Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Black LT channel. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful Sunday. Honey, let's get into it, honey, okay? Because Geisha305 is not playing with radio, okay? Do your girl a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notification bells so that you guys are notified each and every time I come through. So, y'all, let's get into this entanglement that has been happening. Because what it looks like is that radio has been doing the most for a while. And I do not think that it is just these three people involved. What I do notice is everybody is now living in the ATL. Everybody is now living in Atlanta, honey. Okay? Over here in Atlanta. They living in here. And I believe that's for a purpose and a reason. I believe this is why this one here has not been saying too much. He been keeping himself just a little, a tad bit on the low low. And he hasn't been really wanting to answer any questions when it comes down to radio. I think that is because radio is still messing with him. Yep, I said it. I said it. Papoose, okay, I'm telling you right now, radio is still on these two clocks. I'm telling you. Homeboy came up out here and gave 50 all the juice because that is 50 cents home fucking boy. Just that. But let's go ahead and get on right into it because, honey, at the end of
She don't know what she doing. This bitch just giving it out. What the hell? Girl? She don't know what she doing. This bitch just giving it out. What the hell? Girl? She don't know what she doing. This bitch just giving it out. What the hell?
that's exactly what she's doing. Okay? Shields is for the streets. Shields is on here. Radio, you're scrambling. You're scrambling. Okay? You're scrambling to try to make sure that you make Papoose feel safe. But you're not. I can guarantee you're not. If Papoose is smart and he knows how to read, he will read between all of the lines on these fake ass text messages that you done tried to delete some, left this in, delete that one, left this in, delete that, left this in. Girl, please, we see right to you. I'm telling you, you are dealing with seasoned individuals. We are not crazy. And I'm pretty sure with the age on fucking Pap ass, he shouldn't be crazy either. Let's go through this, y'all. Let your girl know what you think down in the comments. What's going on? What's
Hey,
going on, radio?
I'm gonna have to put my camera for this one, cause what is this boy dumb? Okay, Maserati,
Always using Remy
take
line.
me off your page. You got this video, whatever these pictures was, take them down. He took them down. It messed with my page. Everything is lined up by threes. Okay, it's not that serious. You have your videos on my page and don't nobody feel me and you together. All I ever did was show he begging to not get these pictures taken down. Excuse me, bud. I'm going to report it if you don't take it down. Make you two other posts and replace them. Take me off your page. You gonna mess my page up. Whatever that fuck that means. You never said you had a boyfriend and you know it. I took it down. You know, I 100% told you I had someone. You didn't. You already confirmed it in our text. What if I get a boyfriend? What you gonna do? That's what you say. I said, I told you I was in love with him. Who is him? Pap, you idiot. Boom.
So,
All right. So what are you talking about? You told me that, and that's why I went back and got with my girlfriend. So why you mad? I'm not mad. I don't give a shit about what you do. You hurt me first. How? But don't post me on your shit. And you got your women. I'm happy for y'all. I kicked it with them on Christmas because you was with Pap, which is great. I spent time with you even though you crushed me. How can you crush someone with something I already told you? Bud, you gotta stop. I was still crushed. You crushed your own feelings. You told me after the internet shit, you didn't want to accept the truth. The day after, before that, I had no clue. He say, I told you before when the internet stuff happened, you was just mad that it was him. I never told you who I was with. I just said someone. I don't
these trolls is getting out
care
of
about
hand.
him. In your brain, that meant no one. Of course you don't. In my brain, you're who I care about. Stalker. Till I see a ring, I don't care what you're talking about. This is me telling him, you slow as hell. I know how to treat a woman. So what are you talking about?
No, radio, you
Man, I
slow
told you
as
nigga,
hell.
no means no, nigga. What the fuck else do you have to say? What else do you gotta say? No means no, nigga. and I'm getting treated beautiful over here. I'm happy y'all believe in fake text messages. I believe in me. I know how to play my position. There is no part to play. Another picture of me.
Yes,
Delete.
it is.
I
Yes,
never
it is.
played with you.
And you know what?
And
He
that's it.
is right about that. He is playing his position because originally you were radio having allegedly intercourse with all three of these individuals. Okay, all three of them. And the boyfriend that you stole from your cousin, supposedly, that one you started buying him things to get over there by him in the first place. And then you started talking to Bad Pussy, buying him stuff, but on the side, in the meantime, in between time, you had your boy toy Maserati. And now he's telling shit. Because ain't no way you sat up here and lied. And I can't believe that some of these people are still letting this girl be conniving. Because that is what she is, very conniving. Okay? She is out here with bad pussy management and y'all is fucking talking about, oh, okay, no, it's not true. Yes, she ain't managing it the correct way.
I get it. That's my role. You fucking up. I said I'm fucking up. You have to be stopped. Who do you think you are, bud? I'm a good man. I said, okay. You can't bring what I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? All this stuff he say, blah, 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 trust, love, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but I don't need you to do that. Man, if somebody don't get this man off my motherfucking 50, your boy lied. Man, I told him,
Notice
you never even
how
smelt my cat, boy. I never even sneezed on this nigga. And he up here talking about some, I ain't want to have to expose you, Claressa. This weirdo way.
notice how
So
Papoose
now that I
hasn't
met
said
this weirdo
nothing about
here,
Maserati.
the first picture we ever take, I'm in all white. It's at the all white party that Blockhead threw. So he done threw this party. Let me see, where this shit at?
Girl, you're scrambling.
September, September, October.
You're scrambling, girl.
August. This is the picture of me in the bozo right here. Right? This is bozo, right?
And her phone.
He made a caption on his page. And the damn caption said, yeah, I'ma slide about this one right here. And it had a song talking about some, yeah, you know, I slide for you. You know, I ride for you. Whatever the fuck. And I said, okay, that's weird. It say, he wrote and say, I appreciate the pic. Coach and Manu are family. I stay in Atlanta. Like I said, I'm spinning about you. I didn't even respond to him because I don't even know who you are. Where's weirdo at? What do you mean you gonna spin about me and I don't know
on the
you?
back end.
Don't spin shit. What do you mean you gonna spin about me and I don't know you?
In the DMs.
Ah, damn, man, I'm thinking I'm done with this shit, right? Wait, check it out. She wanna sit here and show receipts. I'm finna show receipts. Claressa, you know the truth. You know I'm finna expose the truth now. And you know they gonna swipe left and see what time it is. Claressa, you were fucking with me the long way. The only reason that you went old boy way is because a nigga poly. Everybody who know me know I'm poly. They know I got 2, 3 girlfriends. And you said, bud, I don't want to be a part of that. And I said, man, you tripping. But you know I'm poly and I'm finna show the receipts that you were poly. You got mad because I went on vacation. I was with my girls. We were vibing. You know what I'm saying? I kept it playing. Yeah, I'm hurt. Man, come on. How am I gonna be hurt? I got 3 motherfucking women in my house. Come on, man. Ah, damn, man. I'm thinking I'm done with this shit. You really seriously think that? Man, a nigga too player for that. I keep telling you, you playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. You gonna make me keep showing shit that I really don't want to show this shit. I'm trying to spare you. But they gonna swipe left and see how you went off on me because I was with my girls and you got mad. And you said you might as well go ahead and go with Pap because shit, he just got 1 wife. This nigga got 3 girlfriends. Let's tell the truth. You feel me?
Why would you say that?
I'm finna show them. You got mad. Cause I was with them on Christmas, then you like, oh, how you vibe with me on Christmas, and then you went and vibe with them on Christmas. You know I really do this, and everybody that know me know it's no secret that I'm potty. That ain't no secret. So you ain't exposing nothing. You tripping. You really exposing yourself right now. Claressa, you fuck with a nigga, you fuck with a nigga.
Right, the long
Come
way.
on, man, no red chairs in your crib. You know who got that. You know who did that. Don't make me do this shit. You make it and you really exposing yourself right now. Claressa, you fuck with a nigga, you fuck with a nigga.
The long
Come on,
way.
man, no.
All right, so y'all know radio. Radio had to come out here trying to threaten a motherfucker, but at the end of the day, nobody cares about your threats, radio. You are caught. Now, at the end of the day, Papoose is a married man, okay? But at the end of the day, you are out here throwing cat any and everywhere. You're disgusting. You're very much so disgusting. So yeah, she got upset with 50 Cent, but and Papoose did, but I ain't seen him say shit about Maserati after Maserati could tell you what the fuck a bedroom that you sleep in, supposedly, Papoose. The one upstairs, downstairs, round the corner, wherever it at. He telling you what it looks like. So Shields puts out there, radio. First, this situation started New Year's Eve when 50 Cent decided to disrespect me and Papoose unprovoked, which led to rap beef and Papoose dissed him. Rather than responding through music like a true artist, he chose to make false claims about me and create a narrative suggesting that I had a sexual relationship with someone I have never been involved with in any capacity. No romantic or sexual contact whatsoever. Given his platform and influence with 38.9 million followers, now legal action is being pursued. I would also like to thank the blogs that shared and circulated the story, as those posts will serve as part of the evidence, along with the statements and captions Curtis Jackson has published himself. Facts are facts, and just 'cause he can't rap don't mean he can start lying on my cat.
Off a 50 Cent page, and I go over there and I see this picture of Claressa Shields and Bud, Maserati Bud. Baby, I remember posting this, and she threatened to send me a cease and desist note to take me to court because she said it's a lie. Why would I put that out there that she messed with Maserati Bud? So she must be caught some backlash from Papoose when I posted. So I'm all in the comments leaving my comment and being nosy, and 50 Cent right, no, you just got off the phone with him. Don't play with me. Yes, I posted this pic of them the beginning of February 2025, honey. She was about to lose her mind when she seen this pic and video on my page. Remy don't know that. Remy think they together, but Papoose ain't with no damn Claressa. Claressa Shields is with Maserati Bud from out of Miami-Dade County that currently live in the A. So when can I get that interview? She is with 50 Cent homeboy. I told y'all I be calling it.
This is desperation.
Off a 50 Cent page, and I go over there and I see this picture
Trying
of
to reach
Claressa Shields
out
and
to
Bud, Maserati.
Geisha and saying that she's going to get sued, this, that, and the third, over information that's really true, that's really facts. Like I say,
She don't know what she doing. This bitch just giving it out. What the hell?
so y'all, at the end of the day, it looks like radio is exactly what we thought. A skank. A skank. Okay, and for all the people talking about Maserati don't look like a dude she'll mess with, yes, the hell he does. He looks just like one. As a matter of fact, he looks like he can put it down. He looks like he puts it down. And that's what probably got radio stuck over there. Okay, just like Papoose. Now, coming into Papoose, we haven't heard or seen Papoose in days. Okay, they so-called talking about this. I'm gonna say that this is horrible, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just to me, Papoose cannot rap. I'm sorry. But he had time, and he posted up an old tweet from Floyd concerning 50. But like I told him, child, you need to question how he knows how the headboard look, papoose. That's my thing. Stop trying to deflect from the situation with radio. Radio got side dudes out there. Okay, several side dudes. And it looks like radio probably moved herself and her family down to Atlanta because that's where all her mans at. You understand? She has all of her mans in one area so that once you're in New York, child, by the time you done step foot out that door, it sounds like this hoe has been on the phone making calls, text messages, and at the same time lying and say she ain't never know these people, ain't never met them, ain't been nowhere near them, this, that, and the third. Let's get into this goddamn tailing off Geisha to put on her because at the bottom line, we been know that she was creeping, trying to mess with papoose behind Remy Ma's back, but at the same time trying to be Remy Ma's friend. So my thing is, I believe that she like I've said before, this girl is in love with Remy Ma. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know you're Paulie now. So at this point, we know you're munching carpet, honey. You're a muncher. You're a muncher. Okay? But let's get into it. What's up, Geisha? What's up, girl? What's going on?
What's up, everybody? So I'm going live about all the drama that's been going on the internet, the receipts that's floating around like a rowboat. When I tell you, I'm loving every minute of it because my platform has been based on exposing her for being a side chick. My platform has been on Claressa for a while now. I think since ever since the beginning of 2025. Now, when 2024, when Remy Ma exposed that
Radio.
Papoose and Claressa was in each other DM ever since 2020. So I really wasn't on Remy's side in the beginning. I wasn't on her side in the beginning. Then y'all remember in 2025 January, I wrote her an apology letter for speaking on her marriage without knowing the details.
Yep.
So then I started paying attention to Claressa more and more because at the end of the day, she get online, she boasts a lot, and she boasts about a lot of things that she shouldn't be boasting about.
Right.
And me being from the old school, I just kind of start looking at her in a different light. Now, mind you, I used to rock out with her when she was boxing, when she wasn't doing this papoose thing, and her relationships was under radar. Like, I didn't know anything about a Tony Rich. I didn't know anything about a Bud Maserati. I didn't know anything about a papoose until everything hit the fan. All I knew this girl for was boxing because I used to be tuned in watching her boxing matches. And I used to be like, damn, this girl could fight. You know, she hit hard. But then when she started acting up and started being a side chick, she made me start paying attention to her stats. I started paying attention to her numbers, and I started seeing smoke and mirrors, and I started feeling like she was overrated, and I just felt like she was just full of crap. And I'm watching something that her fan base wasn't watching. All they saw was the wins, but I also was looking at how some of these wins just seemed rigged, like they was just given to her. But anyway, make a long story short. So let me take y'all back some. I'm going to take y'all back a few. So in February of 2025, somebody got into my DM and they was like, oh, I see you talking about Claressa and Papoose being together, but let me drop a dime on you. She not really with Papoose, she with Maserati Bud. Mm-hmm. So I was like, who, my homeboy? She with Mom. So they was like, yeah, that's who she with. You need to cover that content. That content right there is real content. This is what somebody got in my DM and told me. Because 9 out of 10, when you from the 305, you got a lot of people from Dade County that rock out with you. And some of them don't rock out with you, but a lot of them do rock out with you. So whatever is going on in the city, they get in my DM and they drop the tea. So whoever this person was, there was an anonymous person. The page didn't even look real. The page kind of looked kind of fraudulent. It had a couple of pics up, but it just didn't show who the person that was operating the page. So they was like, yeah, that's what it is. You talking about Papoose and Claressa, but you need to talk about Maserati Bud because Maserati Bud is the one that's fucking with him. I say Maserati Bud fucking with Claressa Shields. So then I went to my platform and I did videos and I posted up and I put their pictures on my page. People in the DM was giving me a couple of pictures, but they also told me go to Claressa Shields clothing page and scroll all the way down, go way back. So this is like, before we even heard about Remy exposing Papoose. They told me to go like way back on the page of the clothing thing. So I did. And that's when I started seeing the pictures of Papoose and Claressa. So when I saw the pictures of Papoose and Claressa, I started posting it to my page. And that's when I said, Maserati Bud is the real one that messed with Claressa. So that's when Claressa got in my DM. Because apparently Papoose, I think at the time, was following my page or was aware of my page or whoever he knows was following my page. And they gave him an ear and say, hey, the girl Geisha305 from Miami is talking about Claressa messing with this dude named Maserati Bud. So apparently Papoose addressed Claressa Shields and say, hey, you fucking with this dude? Now, mind you, he's still in the house with Remy while he putting down on Claressa.
Right.
He in the house with Remy. He going to sleep with her every night. And this is around the time Remy had already exposed
she been
Papoose.
begging.
So he putting down on Claressa. Claressa's like, no, it ain't like that, whatever. So Claressa gets in my DM and she was like, you don't have no integrity. Why would you put me off on Maserati Bud? Why would you say I'm sleeping with all these dudes? And I say, Claressa, I never said you slept with anybody. And I say, and I might got it wrong that you mess with Maserati Bud. Because somebody came and told me that, but I might got it wrong. That's what I said to her. I might have it wrong that you mess with Maserati Bud. Because normally I get the T in my DM and normally these people be speaking facts. So she was like, oh yeah, you don't have no integrity and this and that. And I'm going to sue you. And I'm going to sue you. And I was like, you going to sue me? I say, first of all, and she said, I should have sued you when you recorded my cousin and you was talking on the DM with my cousin and you recorded her without her knowing. I should have sued you when you was trolling the girl Nigeria. Now, mind you, Nigeria was her best friend before this other red chick that's tall like her. Nigeria is much shorter than her, but Nigeria is the girl that was at her weigh-in when she had on the Fendi fur coat. And she had on the pink full suit, like camouflage pink suit. So it was like spandex. So she kept calling Claressa a B, and I did a whole commentary on that. Once I did a commentary on that, Nigeria started trolling me. She started coming to my Facebook page. And I think she wanted to cause like a rivalry because she saw the numbers on my page and she felt like if me and her could get into it, it would help get her numbers up or whatever the case may be. But I wasn't interested in Nigeria. Nigeria to me didn't really have a story. I just saw that she kept cussing and I was basically saying what kind of friend will keep calling somebody a B and they keep asking you not to call them a B. But then after I sat down and revamped about what everything I was paying attention to, I was like, if this girl calling her B and she keep calling her B, that means when the cameras is off, Claressa lets her call her a B. So now I'm looking at it as like, okay, Claressa online, she going in on me. She was like, oh, stop trolling Nigeria and this and that. And she going in on me. And I'm telling her friend at the time to stop calling her B. I said, okay, I see what this is. I'm dealing with a bunch of weirdos. So then her energy just made me start paying attention to her more. Not only was she a side chick, and I felt like she was a homewrecker. And this is during the time I only thought like, Papoose and her just got together and she decided to leave Tony Rich. This is before the years had surpassed and more receipts had came out that they've been dealing with each other since 2020. Now, mind you, Remy had stated 2020, but we didn't pay attention to that. We just paid attention to her dropping the dime that they was messing with each other. But I really didn't pay attention to when Remy was saying, now Remy diehard fans was paying attention, but I'm not a fan of Remy. So her diehard fans was paying attention. So they knew the tea because when you a fan of somebody, you pay attention to every detail. So I skipped that one. I skipped the 2020. I found out much later when I started seeing her do these interviews. And she started off saying, me and Papoose got with each other in 2024. Then she said 2022. Then she said 2020. Claressa kept changing up the years. That's when I knew she was a liar. That's when I knew she...
Is because she knew that she had all them dudes That's why, if y'all recall, Radio had mentioned that she never thought that Pap would walk her out. She never thought that because at the same time, she had Maserati showing up to fights as well. But then she didn't think that she would have to come clean with her bullshit. Radio thinks she's smarter than everybody else, and Radio is the dumbest.
He had something to cover up. Because at the end of the day, she knew that they went on a verge of attack on Remy. So she didn't want to diminish her character. She wanted people to uplift her, love on her. And
Right.
she wanted people to say, oh, Remy ain't this, Remy ain't that. Pap stuck by your side. But all along, the characteristic that they was trying to define for Remy was really Clarissa's MO. It was
Right.
a whole trajectory going on. Every time Claressa got on live, she kept Remy my name in her mouth. She was trying to diminish her. She was saying, oh, Pap said she slept with women. But then, here it is, I did an interview with your cousin, and your cousin said you and Nigeria was sleeping together. You and your friend girls, you was known, that was your MO in Flint, Michigan, to sleep with women. And you was like more of the masculine role. So listen, I gotta say allegedly, y'all, but I'm telling y'all, this is what was told to me. Through family. Family was telling me that she bumped Cat. Okay? So anyway, make a long story short. So she would get online and try to spill all this tea about Remy and try to talk about her character. And then here it is, Papoose sitting on this live eventually comes out because Remy started telling the truth. Like, okay, I know y'all thought we was the black love, but it was Papoose behind all this black love pushing this narrative. And really, I was really providing. It was my money taking care of. And she said it was getting hard on me. And it was stressing me out. She said even when I was locked up, it was my money that was being used for everything. Okay, bim. So even though we knew he was a part of the Coalition DJ, and Coalition DJ, I tell everybody, that is not a career, that is a hustle. When you are in the Coalition DJ, most of the time they piggyback ride off of inspiring artists. So what they do is they build these like conferences and they set it up in whatever state, like Texas or South Carolina, wherever they gonna have it, and they make these small artists pay this big amount of money for these packages and say that they're gonna be performing in front of AI. 9 out of 10, the majority of these people don't rock it off, they don't take it off, and the DJ Coalition, they make all this money off of these people by selling a dream. Now, mind you, they can spin you on the rotation and get you out there. True enough. Any DJs that come together and spin a song, they can get you out there. Especially if they come together and they say they want this certain person to blow. But 9 out of 10 selling dreams to a small artist, telling them that they possibly can get a deal with an A&R because y'all done got people together to listen to them, and it ain't guaranteed, and they done spent all this money. You don't know if it was their light bill, they rent money. It's a hustle. Being a Coalition DJ is a hustle. Okay, so anyway, make a long story short, that's what Papoose used to do. That's why he had to lean on Remy Ma's revenue. That's why he had to lean on her Federal Reserve notes, because his way of making money came like it was scarce. It was like he make money here, there, if it's a gig, that. It wasn't no consecutive money unless he was doing some under table work, like street work. You know what I mean? Street hustling, and he made money. That'll be different. But from my understanding, Remy was always the one breaking bread. Okay, bim. Until she got sick and tired of it and started dating on the outside with somebody else that was treating her where she didn't have to treat. Okay? So, mind you, Claressa Shields and Papoose exposed that they've been dealing with each other 2020. They said it on the Tamron Hall show. They said it on the Sherry Shepherd show. And 9 out of 10, when you listen to Claressa Shields talk, it's like basically she says it, but it kind of sounds like a slip. Because it's several interviews, she said 2024. She said 2022. Then she say 2020. I got in his DM and gave him a ticket. And then Tamron Hall say, well, how long did it take you to know that you liked him? She said, we texted each other for a week and I knew I liked him then. You liked a married man. Mind you, in 2020, Remy Ma and Papoose had just bought a home. So that means they was on good terms.
Right.
So that means if you were DMing somebody's husband and their wife and them just bought a home, that means the wife is unaware that you in this man DM. And then from the text, when we read the text basically say, oh, you said when you get home, you'll call me. Oh, you knew you was married before you started talking to me. You could pick up the phone. You say you're not sleeping in the room. And you know, that's the line of every married man that cheat. Every married man that cheat, they quick to tell their side chick, I'm not sleeping in the bed. When naturally, if you just bought that home and that's a brand new house and that's a brand new bed, you ain't sleeping on nobody's couch. You ain't sleeping on nobody's porch. You in that bed. You on his side and she on her side. It's the his and her side. So naturally, he told you that he's sleeping somewhere else and you believed it. And when he didn't answer the phone, that's because he's in that bed. And when he do answer the phone, he got to wait till she knocked out. He slides into the bathroom and then he respond to you. Man, everybody ain't going to keep answering you on every call. Yeah, but you knew you was married. So when you read these texts, and it's online, these are receipts. I'm not making this up. These are online. This is why I'm so hard on her, because she is foul. She is a home wrecker. It's not only about Maserati Bud. It's about all three of these guys that she's been in a triangle with.
Bam, bam.
She's been in a love triangle with three men. Tony Rich, Maserati Bud, and Papoose. This is a triangle effect. You hear me? Because mind you, in 2024, before Remy exposed it, she was a whole happy engaged woman posting about her engagement, putting her ring in the camera, doing this all the time in the camera, showing her ring, bling, 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 bling. Every time I come around the city, bling, bling, pinky ring, bling, bling, bling. Yes, and then also uploaded a video of her in emerald green and Tony Rich in emerald green, and they're walking over there in Miami, and then they're around their friends, and their friends sitting up on the tents, and while she's sitting down, he takes out the ring, he proposes to her and asks Claressa to marry her. Now, mind you, all this is new.
Everything.
She is an engaged woman in 2024.
Yes.
When Remy Ma exposed her and Papoose, it was 2024. So that means you played on Tony Rich top. You played on Maserati Bud top. He was unaware about a Papoose. So all this is hitting the fan. Then not only that, you had Maserati Bud come to my page and tell me, take that down. But y'all know Geisha305. A bitch can't tell me to take nothing down. And I don't care how cool I am with you. Maserati Bud is cool as fuck, and that's my dog. But you can't tell me what to put on my post and what to take off my post. And if anybody don't know me by now, you gonna know. You gonna know today. Especially if you knew over here. I never took it down. So at the end of the day, I felt like by her asking me to take it down, it had to be some truth behind it. And the reason what made me think it was some truth behind it, because when she sent me that cease and desist note, and to find out that it was fake. Miss 1.8 millionaire back then. Not that she wasn't an $8 million woman yet. This is 2024 yet, y'all, before the offer. This was the $1.8 million lady. You mean to tell me you making all these millions and you going online and you screenshotting fake cease and desist letters, and then you filling them out manually and you sending that mess and people email a whole fake cease and desist? This is when I know that it had to be some truth behind this Maserati Bud thing, because if it was fictitious and it was false, that girl would have took me to court for slandering her and everything. Now, y'all see she's so quiet. Y'all know Claressa, she'll get on live and she go in. She gonna talk her talk. If she ain't caught or nothing, you gonna see her going live. It won't be me going live. That girl will sit in front of her camera, whether she with her food or she in the gym, and she punching on the bag because she mad at the world. But baby, she ain't been talking. And she been typing a little bit, but she ain't been going live really talking. She been tweeting. She been writing. But she has not took the initiative to talk her smack. Like how she talked about that man taking them pads out the gloves. Talking about something, oh, he was fighting me. And they took the pad out of the glove. And Derek Santos gave the dude the gloves. And the dude hit me. And he knocked me out because it wasn't padded gloves. But mind you, she had done fought this man 3 rounds that day.
3 of them.
So you mean to tell me you ain't feel that the gloves wasn't padded on the first and second round? I'm pretty sure he's a man. He landed hits. So you didn't feel it. But because you swung and he caught you first with an uppercut and you hit the ground and laid on your back like a dead roach, all of a sudden now this man ain't got no pads in his glove. Then you get mad and you so unhinged, you run outside, go to the car, you get a knife, you threaten to cut Derek Santos up. You want to slice this man up because you're a sore loser. You're a sore loser to anything that you do, baby. And I feel sorry if Papoose walk away from you the day of tomorrow, baby, because you're going to be a sore loser.
Yes,
You like
yes.
winning by stepping on people's toes. Now, you got a chain reaction out here. Now, not only your coach, even though you was a minor, you was 15, and you was messing with your coach and his wife, and you was living in a house with the coach and the wife.
You're
But then
nasty.
you also stepped on your cousin Shalonda toes and got with Tony Rich. Tony Rich opened a gym in Flint, Michigan. And when he opened that gym in Flint, Michigan, you thought it was wise to go in this man's gym, start buying him some barbells in his gym, start buying punching bags. You start buying all the accessories because that's what you do. You buy men. You a paymaster. And that is why Papoose is clean to you right now. He stuck to you like glue because your MO is not because you sexy, not because you beautiful, not because you fine. You take care of your men. You are a nurturer like you they mama and they your child. Because that's the only way they'll pay attention to you. Now, mind you, he was paying attention to you with your boxing skills, but he never approached you when he came to that boxing match. It took you to get in his DM and approach him with some tickets, and you made the first move. Because at the end of the day, when we watched that Gilly the Kid and Wallow interview, and Gilly the Kid said, so let us know who made the first move. And you said, I say Papoose made the first move. And Papoose say, no, you was in my DM.
Yeah,
You had me.
he showed it to him. She was so fucking embarrassed. Y'all remember when we watched that shit? This is why Radio crashes out every time Papoose goes home to Remy. Because Radio know deep down inside, she has to now get outside and find one of them other 2 cocks to sit on. You understand what I'm saying? And Radio is there on wheel.
And then they start laughing, and then you held your head down because you didn't want to look like a thirst trap. You didn't want to be thirsty, but you are. Because anytime a woman reaches out to a married man's DM, all in his DM, and having conversations with him, and he's a full-fledged married man, you are trifling. We call that in Miami a thought. You is a THOT, and there's no other way to put it. That's just what you are. And right now today, you argue people down in the comment section. You back and forth with these people, these women, talking about, oh, y'all ain't never heard of a divorce? A divorce is divorce. Girl, so when y'all getting one?
That's what the hell we want to know. Because ain't no divorce happening, Radio. You understand? It ain't no divorce happening, Radio. So you might want to hold on to those poly relationships. Because now Papoose is seeing through your ass as well, okay? You might have hide it, but I'm telling you, karma has come to snatch your ass. You understand? This is what happens when you sell your soul to the motherfucking devil.
Because he ain't divorced yet. We keep hearing about these invisible papers. I'm starting to think them divorce papers is like that cease and desist note you sent me. Fake. Fraudulent. Now, Remy say it's up in the air and it's stuck. It's there. But she say it ain't her. That's the hold up. So apparently it's Papoose because Papoose don't want to end the relationship and jump in another marriage. I believe that once he end this marriage with Remy, he wants to be a single man for a minute. And because he done slipped and promised you while he hitting you from the back,
Yep.
tearing you up, men liable to say anything when it's feeling good. When
Girl. Girl, now every time he look at that headboard, he gonna take sick. Girl. Maserati he had me fucking hollering when he was telling Pap, the head boy. Let me.
When he doing his motion, he allowed to say, I love you, I'm a marry, I want triplets, I want anything. And you going for it. Because after that intimacy is over with, it's still going to be embedded in your head that he want all these things. And guess what? When he catch his, he going to forget what he said. Men and women are like apple and oranges. When a man in and he's saying things, he's not likely to remember. But a woman, she going to remember every detail because women are emotional creatures and men are physical creatures. So there's a big difference with us. Okay? So at the end of the day, yeah. So right now, you mad at 50 Cent. You mad at Maserati Bud. You keep saying that you finna sue these people. I would love to see you sue these people and they putting up receipts and this is all true. They ain't lying on you. They ain't lying on you, boo. Because when Papoose was out of town, you was flirting with Maserati Bud. Don't act like you not entertained by Maserati Bud.
Right.
Because since we know Maserati Bud in Miami, we all knew Maserati Bud was known to get money. He just was known to keep money. He always had gear. He always dressed nice. He had his own studio. He had his own studio in Miami before he even started doing the studio up here in Atlanta. And it's crazy to me.
She has been so desperate to try to attach herself to people that are out there, even if they're out there in a little way. And what happened is Remy Ma made Papoose famous. Therefore, she thought that going with Pap would be better and dealing with that situation on the side. She was not looking for Remy to call all the shots and blow the shit out the fucking gate.
All three of your men are up here in Atlanta. All three of your men is in Atlanta.
All of them.
Papoose up in Atlanta. Maserati Bud is up here in Atlanta. Tony Rich done left Flint, Michigan. He moved up here in Atlanta in 2025. Like everybody is up here. And I'm not, and I don't doubt for 1 second that there's a possibility that you could be visiting all these houses. Cause see, I got in Tony Rich DM and I said, hey, can I interview you? He was like, nah, you ain't finna make me look like Terry T. I don't know who Terry T is. But at the end of the day, he saw some type of loyalty in you. And I heard he recently started speaking out because of something you said. You tried to play this man. You was like, oh, Tony Rich cool, but he ain't my type. He apparently was your type when you took that ring. He was apparently your type when you was bragging you was getting married to him before Papoose was exposed by Remy. That's when all the gloves was off. You was like, nah, I could be with Papoose. Because you really wanted to beef with this woman. It wasn't about Papoose. It was never about the man. It was about the competition with another woman. And you love to say, other black women like to tear black women down, but it's you that like to tear black women down because you think it's a thing to compete with other women about their man. I listened to you on that interview. You was like, if it wasn't for Papoose, I'll take these females, man. I'll take her man. You thought that was cute. You thought that was something cute to say. But all it was receipts that you are a side chick and a homewrecker. Whenever a woman thinks that's bragging rights to brag on taking somebody else's man, it tells you a lot about them. It tells you about their character. That is the definition of who they are. They don't know how to get a man on their own. They don't know how to do that. They don't feel like they accomplished having the right man unless they stepping on another woman's toes. And that is your MO. That is your definition. And that's what it is. And I see a lot of people defending you and taking up for you. And they be like, leave her alone. She in love, have her best life. I can't root for her. Because she was cheating with Papoose while Remy and Papoose was on good terms before Remy got with Easy to Block. Remy and Claressa and Papoose been cheating since 2020.
First. He was doing it first, okay? For the folks in the back, clock it. Papoose was cheating first.
Remy Ma and Easy to Block started vibing in 2023. And they announced they was together in 2025. That's 3 years after Papoose and Claressa has been behind the scenes connecting while Remy was in the blind. Until Remy saw those DMs. And when Remy saw them DMs, She spoke out about how her and Claressa had words. And this is what I don't understand. How are you being combative with somebody's wife? How are you going back and forth with somebody's wife? And not only that, you
That is not even going back and forth with her. Radio is retarded.
tried to make it seem like Maserati Bud is delusional out here. He don't know what he's talking about. He was your friend Nene's friend. He was your friend Nene's guest. You was like, oh, Nene, I don't even know why you brought him to my house. I don't even why she brought him here. Girl, receipts don't lie. You was in Maserati Bud inviting him to hang out with y'all on Christmas, telling him that you cook, telling him when you coming, the food is ready, all this different stuff. He telling you 5 minutes, 4 minutes, then you rushing him, you getting in his DM again. You ain't coming? He was like, you still want me to come? She was like, yeah. He said, I'll be there in 8 minutes. She said, 8 minutes? Like she rushing him to get there. Rushing him to be there. But I thought Nene invited him. And the receipt showed that you invited him. And you kept reaching out to him. And he was like, well, what's the location? She dropped the location and he came. Now, mind you, you could tell he ain't never been there. And you could tell that Papoose was out of town. Papoose, no, in 2024, Papoose wasn't really out of town because they was trying to figure it out. I think Papoose hadn't left Remy yet. He was still in that house, but he still was going to see
the end of the
Claressa.
year.
So that's what happened. That's why it was so easy for Maserati Bud to come and vibe over there because that was early part when Remy just exposed him in 2024.
Ding, ding, ding,
so that means Papoose was still in that bed at the house. Okay, yeah, that's how they go. But anyway, make a long story short, Claressa, where you at?
Where you at?
Why you ain't talking, Claressa? Why you ain't running your mouth like you normally do? Why you ain't popping your shit? Why you ain't listen? And the thing is with her, this is what make me so sick and tired because she like to say I'm ugly. That's what she say. She love to say I'm ugly. But I'm on this Instagram live with no filter. My face ain't flashing like a blinker. My face ain't flashing like the yellow caution light on the stop on the traffic light. But you always detouring people over there to Snapchat for you to go live so it could take away that hard, chiseled, muscle-bound facial features you have. See, because Snapchat is going to soften you up. Snapchat is going to make everything blurry. And when you go live, it's going to take that man away that you mad at 50 Cent about, that you say you want to sue him because he thinks that Claressa was born a man, and now you want to sue him because he said he think you was born a man. So at the end of the day, this is why you take everybody to Snapchat. This is why you want to go live over there. You refuse to go live on Facebook. You refuse to go live on Instagram unless you use a filter over there. You love going live on Snapchat because Snapchat makes you look younger and you don't look like an auntie. And I'm going to start calling you Claressa Auntie Young O. Because that's your new nickname, Auntie Young O. Without that filter, you are Auntie Young O. And I can't express enough because you like to say this old woman, but you look my age. You look like you could be in my yearbook. You look like you could have graduated with me at the end of the day. So when you sit around and you say, oh, now look at the way you dress, that outfit you had on with them Louis Vuitton bags and you had on that 3-in-1 outfit, that polyester or rayon short set with the little ballet stockings that covered up the toe with them open toe heels, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. We already know you put that together. Ain't nobody help you with no fashion slip. You stepped outside and you bought these Louis bags. I ain't say you bought Louis material. I didn't say you shopped for Louis retail. I said you bought them bags. You went to that store and you bought them bags and stepped outside with them bags. Because the next day you had that interview with Shannon Sharp and Ocha Sunker. We was expecting you to wear Louis Vuitton. We expected you because you had 3 big bags. So we was expecting, unless you was buying that for your other nigga that we don't know about, maybe it's 4 of them.
If y'all recall, when she was getting in the van, the girl says in the back that's doing the recording, oh yeah, this gonna be a good video, Rissa. So I believe the bags is all she bought for real. She ain't get nothing out that Louis Vuitton store. All she did was went in there and asked them if she could purchase bags.
I said the triangle, it might be a fourth one, since you a paymaster out here. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You look like you went into Louis Vuitton and say, hey, can I get these bags so I can take a picture outside? Because we were expecting the transition. We was expecting you to go hard with this Louis Vuitton. We was waiting to see this LV. We was waiting to see this LV. And you ain't take us through there, take us through there. You ain't take us through there. And we was ready to go through there. You been in Atlanta too long not to take nobody through there. And we was waiting. We thought you was finna eat. And you ain't ate nothing. All we saw was bags. And we saw this bushy hair that made you look like a pissy mop. And made you look like a lion. The lion that's on the Wizard of Oz that need courage. Because right now you need courage to go live because you have yet to get on your platform and talk about all this exposure. You know why? Because you backpedaling. Because you sat on your Instagram and you lied and Maserati Bud is throwing receipts out there like he a fisherman. Like he got bait on his rod and he throwing it out there and he pulling the fish in. He reeling the fish in. Why you ain't talking, Claressa? Claressa, we need you to speak up, boo. You too silent for us. You love tearing up the lives. You too silent for the people right now. Maybe this live right here give you the energy to go live because you too silent for us, baby.
I feel like you've been begging again, radio. I feel like, you know what? You know, when all this shit went down, Papoose is still out of town. So at the end of the day, honey, you know, while you getting clowned and you scrambling to try to make shit look right for Papoose, because everybody else, all of us know you're lying. Okay? The only person who wants you to be telling the truth about your side of it is Papoose. We already know who you are. We already know who you are, Skank.
You like to pop your shit. You ain't popping. I just popped off. I just popped off. I logged on the internet. Here go this wet bitch. This wonder from in living color looking ass chick. You always beefing with a female that ain't in the ring. You mad at Remy because she said she'll make that hammer sing. A grown motherfucking woman ain't gonna play with you. They gonna squeeze that Florida State and put some lead in you. Hold them register hands and making you a bully. You gonna run up on the right one. It's all about that pulley, girl. Listen, we waiting for you to pop off. And you ain't doing it. Where you at? We need you in the building. We need you in the building. Check in, Claressa. She's so quiet.
So you understand. This is why her ass ain't said nothing too much about nothing. It took her a minute to get her shit together. She needed to get her lies in play. She knows that Maserati has way more than what the fuck he's showing us. Okay? That he can reveal. And she knows that now that shit is in 50 Cent's hands as well. Okay?
Y'all know Claressa, she'll get on live and she go in. She gonna talk her talk. If she ain't caught nothing, you gonna see her going live. It won't be me going live. That girl will sit in front of her camera, whether she with her food or she in the gym and she punching on the bag because she mad at the world. But baby, she ain't been talking. And she been typing a little bit, but she ain't been going live really talking. She been tweeting, she been writing, but she has not took the initiative to talk her smack. Like how she talked about that man taking them pads out the gloves.
Exactly. And I hope he sues her. And since, you know, you saying, oh, hell, then you got evidence. Franchon, remember now, the bloggers had got that evidence when she pushed you as well. Okay? So let's get into these damn messages. Okay? So it says, okay, so I wasn't gonna say nothing. But just to be clear, don't reach out to me no more. You are a liar. I don't let people play with me at all. And Maserati comes right back. What I lied about. She's like, get the fuck out of here. Not once does she say anything that he said was an actual goddamn lie. And then he goes into, that was last year. So this how you know right here. She, whatever was here as well, it was removed, because you see his response right here. He wanted to know what he lied about. She left this in there because she wanted to try to make us believe that this is all she sent. But for him to say that was last year, she had to say something right in between here that she did not want us and Papoose to see. And she deleted it. Like we say, you deleted half of them goddamn text messages you was trying to show everybody. Okay? And then she goes into move the F around. Since you want to lie and to not be honest, I don't want you around me. And you got the nerve to be posting me and shit. Got these motherfuckers thinking we an item. And I've clearly told you we are not. I told you, and he says, I told you my last relationship was Paulie. And I believe this is where the situation came in. One, he was Paulie, and she wanted to be the one that was in control over everybody and what he does. You understand? I don't be in the mix with bad built ugly bitches. Well, you girl, you just name everything that you are. A bad built ugly ass heifer. And then he says, you tripping. That was last year. And then she goes into, you spent Christmas with them too, which I don't give a damn. She said them. So he said she know that he Polly, everybody does. She is actually saying that here too. But since you love lying, don't come around me with the foolery. He says, you forgot we talked about that. So this again indicates that there's phone conversations going on. Okay? The phone conversations that she again acting as if never happened, because she, remember now, she ain't no Maserati at all. Then he says, you've been to my house, nobody there but me. So in between time, right here, Claressa says something about his house, something that didn't sit well with her. And then he says, you've been to my house, nobody there but me. So she must have been complaining about the other women being over there. Okay? And then she says 2024, bye bye. Okay, well, 2024 is when Remy had told all the business. That's when Remy told all the business at the end of 2024. He says, once you told me about him, I got back with them. Okay? So at the end of the day, she was talking to Pap, she was talking to Maserati, and she was talking to Tony. She knew she was talking to all of them. But to Pap, she was trying to, and everybody else, she was trying to make it look like she was only dealing with him. Okay? Obviously, she was not. And I don't think it's just this three. Okay? And then it's just ridiculous. I feel like this girl is walking straight in to a goddamn boxing match. So here is the proposal. So she said she was dating Tony from 2022 to 2024. Okay? He proposed in 2024. Again, she done been talking to Pap since 2020 in his DMs. Okay? Going through the back door. Now she done got Maserati intertwined into this 2022-2024 year. And she already supposedly been in a relationship and about to get married. Make it make sense to Tony, honey. This is that so-called fake proposal that she made Tony go back into, because he had first did it on the boat. And she didn't appreciate the fact that she did not have it recorded. So she wanted him to do it again. And this is why it looks like, when you look at the video, it pretty much looks like he was not happy to be there. It's because he was made to propose a second goddamn time, because she wanted to be famous. It's all about being famous, and this is why she started going towards Pep instead of Maserati or Tony. She left Tony alone, knowing good and well she snuck in on Tony anyway when Tony was already involved with somebody else. This girl likes to be in other people's relationships. She like relationships where other folks are attached to somebody else already. And it's because she always wants to be in competition with other women. Always. 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 I mean, this is ridiculous. She's sitting here acting as if she didn't know anything about a whole proposal that has already happened, that she's now making him redo for the cameras. Make it make sense. Child, let me know what y'all think down in the comments, honey. So people say leaving a man that love you for a man that's in love with his wife is debacle, which it is. The look on her face said everything. Shaking my head. She is not right in the head. We have never thought that you was right, baby. Radio in the head, something is really going on. Somebody says, so she left the available man who wanted to marry her for one man who's still married and the other man who was Paulie. Please make it make sense. Damn, he wasn't afraid to kiss her in the public. Now, Pap, on the other hand, he ignored her when she asked for them kisses. Go back to your fiance, girl. That big chain on with that green dress and green hair, child. She still got that same look on her face. Nothing changed but the year. Girl, radio, this is bad pussy management you had going on and that you got going on around town. And I'm gonna say that Atlanta town. Because anything that you messing with, you done moved them down to Atlanta to be right next to you so that you can play all these little games that you thought you were going to be able to get away with. Okay? She was messing with all three of them. Still messing with all three of them. What in the hell she got on? We don't know, child. She never knows either. Wow. How do you agree to marry a man and you busting down another man? No morals, no integrity, just a cold-blooded snake. Karma is a beast, though. Shaking my head, gave up your fiance and an actually career for another chick husband and clout is crazy as fuck. It's actually sad. She dressed like she's going to a These people say you just like that every time you step out, girl. Now, want someone who's around sneak her and fuck on Pap. Baby, you already know that's in the making, honey. That is in the making, okay? Short but shorty. I was wondering why she ain't married the guy. Then boom, she was with Pap. They never said why the engagement was called off. Exactly. It's because this girl would have had to try to keep up with lies in a new marriage, try to keep up with a marriage that she thought that was actually going to end, but I believe she's going to see that it's not. Right now, I feel like all this did was give Papoose ammunition, and this is another reason that he could sit there and say, radio, just sit your ass down, sit your tired ass down, because at the end of the day, I have already tried to put in the papers, and so I will refile them when the fuck I get around to it. At this point, you don't have no room to talk radio, and he's going to use that. So now you don't add on another year and a half. Girl, please. The look on her face said everything. Shaking my head. She is not right in the head. So she left the available man. Baby, I was wondering why she ain't married the guy. Well, at least he didn't mind kissing her in public. What is the obsession with her? Nobody's obsessed with this motherfucker. Nobody's obsessed with her. Obviously, none of the three men is even obsessed with her. Okay, at the end of the day, it seems like she just got bad pussy poor management, and most likely you got it too, Tiff. Okay, that's why you asking that question. The comments on this video on YouTube say she made him redo the proposal exactly a second time because the cameras didn't catch it the first time. I saw on YouTube yesterday, shaking my head. My parents always say never pass up sure for unsure. Claressa made him propose again for the second time. Unreal, laughed my ass off. This is crazy. She really belonged on that train. She does. Take me back to this day when I never knew who she was. Oh boy, did all that, and she still thought it with Papoose to become his side chick. Make it make sense. That shit felt fake. Like everybody know this shit was fake. It looked fake. It was fake, and it's because she's always doing shit for the cameras. This is why she stays in the cameras. This girl is so childish on the low, and that's why Pap is always upstairs, not around her. He stays in that phone texting, and y'all know exactly who he be texting. Let your girl know what you think down in the comments. I don't want to leave this video out too long. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Thanks for watching.